What is up? This is Nat from the MTG Madness, and today I'm coming at you with episode 1 of the MTG Theory series. And so today I'm going to talk about 5 theories about Dragons of Tarkir, which is the new set in the Cons of Tarkir block that's coming out fairly soon. So theory number 1 is that the fetch lands from Zendikar will get reprinted in Dragons of Tarkir. So personally, I think this would be a good move for the Wizards, but also I would be happy about it because I generally prefer fetch lands over pain lands, which is what I'm using right now. And also the pain lands will be rotating fairly soon because they're from M15, so it would be nice to have these, which would last a little longer. Although they would probably cost some money to get, maybe I could sell some of my pain lands to get them. So yeah, I would be happy about it. So basically how this works lore-wise is that on Tarkir, during the time of Cons of Tarkir, the dragons were extinct, so the clans were fighting each other. But now that on Tarkir the dragons are not extinct, so they are there, the clans won't be fighting against each other, they'll mostly be fighting the dragons. So instead of the deltas being polluted, the mires being blood-stained, everything being flooded, and the heaths being windswept, there'll be scalding tarns, marsh flats, arid mesas, and verdant catacombs. So the polluted deltas will be scalding tarns, the blood-stained mires will be marsh flats, the flooded strands will be arid mesas, and the windswept heaths will be verdant catacombs. So about wooded foothills, I guess they're wooded, I don't know, they're kind of rugged-ish. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. Thanks a lot, Wizards! But, it's gonna be mystery reinforced. So yeah, theory number 2, Bolas. So basically this theory is just that Nico Bolas is going to be printed or reprinted in Dragons of Tarkir. So, I mean, he has been a pretty major part of the storyline, all with him fighting Ugin and stuff. But I don't know whether they're going to reprint him, the old one or not. I mean, it would make sense seeing as their ultimates are almost the exact opposite. Or maybe they would make a new Nico Bolas with the same old ultimate, or they would make a Nico Bolas with the exact opposite ultimate of Ugin, because in order for it to be the exact opposite, the ultimate for Nico Bolas would have to be that player then return 7 permanents to their hand, because Ugin's is puts from 7 permanents from your hand onto the battlefield, so it returns 7 permanents to their owner's hands, I guess. But yeah, okay, so theory number 3 is that Narset is actually alive. So I know Finian would be really happy about this theory, because he likes her a lot, but I would be okay with it. I mean, Narset was a cool character and stuff. So yeah, basically there are 2 ways this could happen. One is that when Zergo was attacking Narset, her spark ignited and she planeswalked away, leaving Zergo scratching his head and thinking, what the heck? Or because Sarkhan went back in time and changed Cons of what happened to Tarkir, then maybe Zergo actually never killed Narset in the first place. It's entirely possible, I think. It would be quite interesting. Theory number 4 is that Sarkhan isn't really wiped out of existence. So I would be happy about this because I think Sarkhan is a really cool character, and I was sad to hear that, you know, he isn't really a character anymore. It would be funny if they actually banned all the cards that had to do with Sarkhan because he no longer existed. That would actually be hilarious. But anyway, this is how I think it would work. Well, Sarkhan, before he was wiped out of existence, used Ugin's Nexus to travel back in time, right? Well, shouldn't that give Ugin time-traveling powers as well, because it was his skeleton after all? So then I think Ugin would go back in time to when Sarkhan was healing Ugin in the past, and then future Ugin would grab Sarkhan as soon as he was done healing past Ugin, then travel forward in time and bring him to Dragons of Tarkir, or Tarkir in the future with dragons, basically. So even though Sarkhan technically didn't exist, he would still exist, I guess? I don't know. Okay, and then theory number 5 is Eldrazi. Yep, sorry, I just included the what's up speech bubble because I don't know, it just always looks to me that Kozilek is waving at someone like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? I don't know, it just occurred to me. Okay, anyway, this theory is that the Eldrazi are actually on Tarkir. But, I mean, it would make sense. Nissa, Sorin, Sarkhan, Nahiri, Chandra, Jace, and Ugin were all involved with the Eldrazi in some way or another, and they've been reprinted, newly printed, or printed as a new version in a recent set. So, it would, I don't know, it just seems like it isn't really a coincidence that they've printed all of these Planeswalkers. Well, I mean, they always print Chandra and Jace, but other than that. Also, I mean, look at the flavor text on Ugin's construct. It's pretty much completely random. And look at the picture on Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. What's that? That's right, those are Hedrons. Okay. And also, there was lore released about Nissa, basically saying that 2 out of 3 of the Eldrazi gods aren't on Zendikar anymore. Well, where could they be? I don't know. Maybe Tarkir? And furthermore, I think the Abzan are actually the Eldrazi. I know you're gonna say I'm crazy, but I have evidence. First of all, it would explain why they live in the desert. I mean, they could just suck the mana out of everything and no one would notice because it would still be a desert. Also, or maybe they just already sucked the mana out of it, you know. Okay, and second is their symbol. I mean, look at the inside of their symbol. What's that? That's right, that's a Hedron. And finally, their Outlast ability. They're all about outlasting their opponents, living longer than their opponents. Why? Because the Eldrazi are immortal. So if the Eldrazi are the Abzan, that's why they have the Outlast ability. Abzan or Eldrazi convert. No, I'm just kidding, but I think it's actually possible. Probably not true, but I think it's still possible. Possibly possible. Okay, well anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. If you want to see more of our videos, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. And I will be back next weekend with another MTG theory video, so be sure to check that out. And once again, thanks for watching. See you next time.